university raises some very interesting questions about what we mean by workspace, and that's made it sort of interesting yet difficult to judge.
Right.
Yep. And how different regions sort of end up with different designs, and then if you overlay their actual business, you get a very different design outcome, don't you?
So I think design challenges are really different.
Yeah.
Again, I think the difference of trying to do a corporate headquarters, doing advertising agency or a university are completely different challenges. And then I don't think the format of the entry allows us to really get into depth and understand the challenges and then judge them on an equal playing field. I think that's really, that's probably my only criticism, because I think the level generally of all the entries has been brilliant.
I think what we've seen here, quite unusually really, in relation to many of the other representations of the space is the workplace in use, and we've seen a lot of personalisation. We've seen people adding their own colour and their own personality to the spaces, as opposed to some of the other schemes where the usage of each of the components of the space is a bit more scripted. Like, here we have designed this space, you shall use it in this particular way and not for any other purpose. I think here we're seeing people just basically trying to use the space in a way that suits their needs rather than being told how to use it.
Okay. What in future, what would you like to see included in presentations that wasn't included in this?
Images of the actual workspaces rather than, I'd say, the more livelier areas of a typical kind of floor plan, like the breakout spaces.
Yeah, I'd like to see more people in the actual images too, using the space. So.
I think also when it comes to crunch time and we are making a decision, just more strength, not just the money shots, but more strength in the arrival to where it's got to, and how that has fulfilled the brief.
There needs to be an element of, buildings and spaces are for people. I don't think we've judged anything here that hasn't had any sort of people-centric purpose to it, and so we need to see the people in the space, and you need to see the space in some kind of use.
Right.
Otherwise, I don't think it's fair to judge the spaces in the same on the same level.
All those spaces have different types of use, and that's the thing I struggle with a bit, because it's really easy to have I think it's easier to have a great looking advertising agency, because the things that advertising people are surrounded with are generally better looking and interesting. It's much harder to have a really sexy looking lawyer's office because most lawyers don't have particularly great looking things that surround them. So it's really hard to get, I think, a balance between the two.
When I view these, I think, how would I work in them? And there are plenty of places I'd love to work and also live in. So the blend between work and play is clear, and some of the things we've also seen, which has made it hard, because they're almost a work and play category.
Albeit I think we can safely say there isn't a single slide on the shortlisted schemes.
Yeah.